All right. Let me give anyone a chance to get here if anyone is gonna come because I just decided to do this out the blue, so I doubt anyone jump on. But I've been in the middle of a ton of slow drafts, slow rookie dynasty drafts. So what I've been doing lately. So two of them I did see complete. So I did want to share those two with you. Nah, y'all already gonna judge me for being on MFL. I got a lot of league on MFL. I know y'all people love y'all sleeper. I got a few leagues on there as well, but most of my dynasty leagues are on MFL. So so I think 422 is one. And pretty much all these leagues, well, both of the leagues I'm going to show you are super flex 2 point tight end premium. So this specific league is a league that I got in it as an orphan. Team is really bad. If you when I mark it in red and put 5 stars, that means somebody help me. So I got in this league and people don't like the trade. And I was just like, well, I see why this person left the league. Like team trash and league mates hard to make deals with. So I was stuck at the 103 and quarterback situation wasn't looking too right. So I grabbed Cam Ward. So usual it would be 102. I'm willing to grab Hunter and then Cam Ward, so it would be Hunter before Cam Ward, but with my quarterback situation doing so bad, I'm like, look, Cam Ward would at least retain his value for at least a year. So if I needed to move off of Cam Ward, I would be able to do so. So even though I love me some Hunter, didn't pick again, and you seeing all that Genty, Tech, Ward, Hunter, Hampton, Loveland, Henderson, Warren, Judkins, Harvey, Keller Johnson, Dart, Mbuka, Burden, and then at the 203, I got Trey Harris. Now you will see, and after I show you these two drafts, you will see how I got my players tiered off. And so I'm getting a lot of the same players. I'm high on Trey Harris. Like I got Ashton Genty tiered off by himself. And then I got a tier of that goes from Amarion Hampton all the way to RJ Harvey. Then it's tiered off after that. And then I got another tier that goes from 211. Is this 211? No, 111 to 2-6. And to start that second tier, actually that's the third tier. I got Trey Harris. So I've got a lot of Trey Harris. God knows I better be right on Trey Harris. I got a lot of Trey Harris. I got a lot of Jalen No because he's the start of the fourth tier, which is the 207. A lot of Jalen No. I got a lot of Tyler Shuck. He's at the end of my third tier. Like I can't let him pass. Um, what is this? The 205. Like because I think he's gonna start some games. Like it's looking real bleak when it comes to Derek Carr. So I've been drafting a lot of Tyler Sharp. Now I'm forgetting how to pronounce his man name because it's like Shark or something like that. And I wasn't a fan of him. Um, but that's because it's hard for me to give give a player, a prospect, credit that they didn't earn. Like, you didn't earn anything. You didn't do anything in college. It was just a whole bunch of circumstances, whether you got injured or whatever, that you didn't earn any of my badges. You didn't. I mean, but the tape wasn't bad. The tape wasn't bad. It's just a lot of circumstances happen. And I don't know why would any team draft you in the second round thinking any circumstances go stop from happening. I'm sure he'll find a way to get hurt or something again. But before that happens, guess what? I will trade him. I will I will make up the value on that man. But getting back, like I said, 2 or 3 I got Trey Harris, and I got a lot of Trey Harris. Jalen Monroe went after that, Cam Scatterbo, Jaden Higgins. I ended up getting. Now I didn't get any Jalen Monroe, even though I think as soon as he get on the field is pure fantasy points. It's just that once he was drafted in the 3rd round, I'm like, ugh. One, he might not even get a chance to get on the field. Two, the rope would be so short. Like, it'd be so short, you can't even have no mistakes. So I didn't like it. 207, Golden, 208, Tootin. I haven't drafted into Tootin, and that's my mistake. Um, I mean, I think I don't have him ranked high, but I did put scores, and you will see when I show you my list. Like, Tootin score. Well, that's because Tootin we're in my 4th tier, and I got in that 4th tier Jalen Noel, then Tyler Warren, then Tootin. Like, I'm not I'm not even trying to draft Tyler Warren, so I got him so low. Make sure I don't draft him. But with Tootin, I got him with a score of a 6.4, and plenty of running backs got that score, but potential score is like a 10.5, and that's like 40% added on, 40% difference. So um yeah, if he was given the reins, he can go crazy. And I understand that. But I just haven't had the time to draft him. I just haven't felt the perfect spot to draft him. And definitely not in one of these teams I'm trying to rebuild. Definitely not putting any significant draft capital that way. At the 208, that will be way too early for me to ever draft Tootin. So that's why I won't ever have him if that's the case. Kyle Williams, 209. Dylan Sampson goes 210. Tyler Shuck, and I end up getting him 211. I told you, it's a lot of 3 players I'm getting. Then Aurelio went at the 212. Then I was able to get 3 picks in a row. So I did do a little trading in this league. You know, so Jalen Newell, I got 301. Jack Betch, was I'm not even a fan of. Is just he got the draft capital. I think the 302 is way fine to get him here. And then I got Terrence Ferguson at the 303. And I love me some Harold Fanning, but I just who have a better chance of having a better outcome? Probably Terrence Ferguson in the near future. I can see him maybe beating out Higby, but Fanning not beating out no Njoku. That's not a world where Fanning gonna beat out Njoku. It's like Njoku would have to get hurt for that to happen. So um then Mason Taylor at the 305, Trevor Etienne, I end up getting at the 306. And I'm been the main one drafting on Trevor Etienne. And I see this draft didn't finish, but it got down to the 4 or 5. So that should be enough information. It ended for me. Jaden Blue, 307, Will Howard, 308, Shadur Sanders, went at the 309, and that's an eye one right there. You never know when Shador will go because this is my first draft ever seeing Will Howard go before Shador. That's crazy work. Um, Jaquez Hunter, 310. Then I picked up Brashard Smith at the 311. Woody Marsko, 312. I picked up Isaac Tesla at the 401. That's someone that I've been having to force myself to wait. I think he got plenty of upside. He might not be nothing, but if he's something, he go hit hard. Like, yeah, yeah. He got a lot of traits that I like. Um, 402, Devin Neal, 403, Pat Bryant, 404, Aronde Gaston, and 405, James Jordan. All right. All right. Let's go look at this other league. I think it's 450. All right. Why? You making it difficult. All right. All right. So this is another orphan that I took over. Man, how many orphans did I take over this offseason? I got bored. I know it was at least three. At least three I took over because it was like a discounted price, and I got bored. And I was like, let's try orphans. I hate orphans because they don't possess players that I drafted. Like, I can go down with my ship, but this is not a ship that I crafted. This is not a ship I crafted to be going down with it. So I was in the same predicament here. Had the 102 instead, and I had to draft Cam Ward because trading is not easy here. And this one, okay, so trading was easy in the other league because you see that I was able to finagle, get other picks, bruh. This I didn't change my picks. Didn't change none. Didn't wasn't able to get no more picks in this league. So that lets you know what I'm dealing with. I was trying to move players, wasn't letting me move players. Like crazy. And I said, I guess I'm gonna have to wait to be until it get in season and the players actually scoring, and then attempt to move them for 26 pieces because, bruh, yeah, you get like that. So 102, I go Cam Ward after Genty. I'm like, let me get the quarterbacks on the book. And then Martin Hampton, Travis Hunter, Tech McMillan, Travis Henderson, Judkins, Loveland, Warren, and Buka. Harvey Johnson sums up the first round. And then at the 201, Luther. Then at the 202, I grabbed Jackson Dart. So bam, grabbed another quarterback. I'm like, y'all will let him fall to me? Grabbing quarterback. I gotta put this equity in quarterback or wide receiver. And so of course, I'm hoping, which I know it probably not gonna happen. I'm hoping my boy followed me at the 302, but of course that did not happen. um, so after Jackson Dart, we got Matthew Golden, Tyler Shuck. That's another person I hope would have failed, but I guess the other person realized, let me grab this quarterback because Big Penix energy go grab this quarterback if I don't. Jaden Higgins, because him going before Jaden Higgins is crazy work. Mason Taylor, Cam Scatterboo, Bashard Tootin, Terrence Ferguson, Trey Harris goes at the 210. That's why I got a bunch of Trey Harris, man. Ain't no way he is going to fall to me second round, and I ain't picking him. um, Harold Fannin goes 211. Jack Betch goes 212. Started the third round at 301. Jalen Royals. And then at the 3-2, I picked Jalen Noel. Now, like I said, if Jalen Monroe would have got like second round draft capital, he would have been picked up already. I would have got him. But third round draft capital, I don't feel the same. And sometimes I debate whether to pick between Jalen Noel or Kyle Williams, but I had a higher grade, much higher grade on Jalen Noel, and both have got the same draft capital. And I feel like once Kirk move around, he'll take that Tank Dell spot. So Jalen Monroe went to 303, and Kyle Williams, Elijah Arroyo, Jaden Blue, James Jordan, Shador Sanders, Jacquez Hunter, Woody Marks, Pat Bryant, then Dylan Sampson, summing up at the 312. And then 401, Brashard Smith. 402, I picked Trevor Etienne. Like I said, these players had high grade on, so they keep falling to me at the spot. So I ended up getting a lot of them. DJ Giddens, then Sylvian Williams, Devin Neal, then Will Howard. So that's how a lot of drafts are looking. Let's see. Hopefully I could just put this link here and that will go straight to this page. And there you go. So and this pretty much my tier page, and I showed this before on a screen. Of course, you see all these little icons. That is the different badges that they got, and then where they drafted, and then their score and their potential score. Yeah, some of these players are pretty much maxed out. Genty, he maxing his process score pretty much maxed out. Warren Harrington pretty much maxed out. So um, Jake Sadar pretty much maxed out. He is maxed, but the big difference you see RJ Harvey 4 and then 6.5, and someone like Luther Burton 11.5 can jump up to a 14. Someone like Scatterboo 5.1 jump at 8.5. Joe 6.7 can jump up to a 9.1. And then this is the bigger jumper right here, 6.4, but can jump up to 10.5. Another big jumper is Kyle Williams. So, but even though his jump is high, it doesn't, it's only a little bit better than Jalen Noah. So that's why I'm like, I get him. But yeah, so this is my tiers, Genty, and then at the end of the day, some of these are interchangeable, just like I put at Jackson Dart. It can get from 6 to 9, whatever, whatever you need. But I would prefer Hampton, Hunter, then Ward. You see Tech way down here. Like if of course, and I said on the Rookie profile, if you a rebuild team, then I can easily draft him as early as the 104 or 105 or 104. Like I really would rather Genty. Even if I'm a rebuild team, you got to get Genty. You got to figure out a way to flip him when you can. Ward, Hunter, and I probably would rather Dart over Tech if I'm a rebuild team. Like I keep telling y'all, Tech, I don't see him just breaking out the first season, so I can go back and buy him if need be. But I'm not mad at anyone that invests in someone that got him kind of draft capital. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a tier, and pick your flavor. I'm just doing what I'm doing. A lot of people have been drafting RJ Harvey over Caleb Johnson. I got Caleb Johnson over RJ Harvey. but I'm not mad at anyone that decided to draft Harvey over Caleb. I mean, did have better draft capital. And then I got Trey Harris way higher than most. You saw Trey Harris went all the way at the 210. I'm willing to take him at the 111. That's how much I think of him. Luther Burden. I've been getting some Luther Burden. Haven't got that much Jaden Higgins because I always take someone else in that range. So I haven't got any Buka. Buka go in different ranges. I seen him go 109. Seen him drop middle of the second. You just never know. Matthew Golden, and I haven't been drafting any of him. Colston Loveland, of course, I got Colston Loveland way down here. I haven't drafted any Colston Loveland or Tyler Warren, Tyler Shuck, Cam Scatterbull. I forced myself to draft one Scatterbull share. I did not like that he got drafted in the 4th round, even though for a 4th round that he went to a good landing spot for a 4th rounder. But I had traded into a spot, and I ended up getting 3 picks in a row. So with them 3 picks, at the 3rd one, I just picked Scatterbull. Let me get some Scatterbull. Get some Scatterbull in my life. It's like you go to a restaurant. Hey, yeah, let me get an order of Scatterbull. Jalen, Warren, shooting, Tootin, Beck, Kyle Williams, and like I said, I got Betch up here just because he got the 2nd round draft capital. Not a fan of Betch. I assume he will get on the field soon. But I've seen some good projection for Kyle Williams. So sometimes I might grab Kyle Williams if I can, but I've been more on Jalen Noel. Haven't got to grab much of my man, Harold Fannin Jr. I'll have to trade for him. Well, when he's sitting after a year, him just sitting there collecting dust on people's team, your boy will come in, hit 2 fourths, hit his late 3rd. I go ahead and take him off your hands. And if you don't want to budge, okay, I'll wait another year and I'll come back. It's okay. It's okay. I do the same thing, man. Hey, some people just don't want to give up nobody. Like I be trying to get. I still like Noah Fant, and people, and I still be trying to get deals on him. Man, hit us 4th, man. Get rid of people. Be calling him trash. They don't want to give him up for a 4th though. Hit his late 3rd. Oh no, that's not good enough for you. I'm like, bro, what y'all doing over here? And that's why I always argue about when content creators just be like, go out and get that player for a 3rd. They're on that's equal value. They're on that player team because they like it. If that ain't 3rd, don't always be moving the needle. Like sound good, go get it for a 3rd. It sounds good. All right. Beginning of the 3rd, I do got Jalen Monroe finally, which I probably, if I was on the clock, I probably still end up taking Ferguson over him. So just to be honest, if I was on the clock, what is my internet doing? Trevor Etienne, Dylan Sampson. So this is a 3rd round, and the tier ends at Brashard Smith. So, and then on the 4th round, I got some players, and you can see by my tiers why some players I'm just not gonna be able to get. So Shador, I got him way down here. I'm not betting on Shador. I probably would bet on, like you see, I got Dylan Gabriel. That's a couple spots ahead of Shador. I probably would bet on Dylan Gabriel than Shador, and I'm a Shador fan. So with this, since when I'm a fan like this, and it's not really that much draft capital involved, I can bet against Shador. But if Shador hits, I can sit back and enjoy it. Like that's what I wanted to happen if Shador hits. But if he don't make it, instead of being disappointed, I get I'll recoup, whatever, and it benefit me. So it's a win-win for me. So of course, with these 4-round drafts, these are people, of course, I'm not getting at all because I got them ranked way in the 4th round. So Devin Neal, not getting him. I knew how much people loved him in the draft. He was mentioned in so many people's rankings. I'm pretty sure he was in top 5 of a lot of people's rankings because he mentioned so much. Savion Williams, people was trying to pawn him off. Nope. Like these 2 players, Alec and Menor, both they did the draft capital, and people was trying to give them these high grades and talk about how good they is. Nope. Torian Harden, nope. And he might end up doing something, but nope. Damon Martinez, all these. So yeah, all these getting them. So yep. So that's the deal. Some of you are probably just like me in the midst of slow drafts. Some of you might haven't done your draft yet, but if it helps, it helps. But peace.